Hi, good afternoon, class. So for my fourth video, I'm going to be talking about the deltoid muscle. So the deltoid muscle is a large triangular shaped muscle that is associated with the shoulder girdle, and it is located in the proximal upper extremity. It will be divided into three parts. We're going to have the anterior, the middle, also known as the lateral, and the posterior. And then right here, there's a picture of all three. So let's talk first about their action, beginning with the anterior deltoid. The action is going to be shoulder abduction, flexion, internal rotation, and horizontal adduction. The middle, or the lateral, I'm going to call it middle. The middle deltoid is going to do shoulder abduction, and then the posterior deltoid is going to do shoulder abduction, extension, external rotation, and horizontal abduction. That would be abduction. So when this, to keep talking about the actions, when all the heads contract at the same time, the deltoid will assist in abduction past the 15 degrees. So the anterior and the posterior parts are going to basically stabilize the arm, while the lateral will assist in the raising, or the abduction of the arm from 15 to 100 degrees. The anterior head is also going to work with the pectoralis major, which is the next muscle that I'm going to talk about in my next video, in my fifth video. And what they do, they're going to work together to flex the arm. And the posterior deltoid is actually going to work with the latissimus dorsi in order to extend the arm. So now let's talk about the origin and the insertion. Beginning with the anterior deltoid, it is going to originate on the lateral third of the clavicle. Then our middle deltoid is going to originate from the acromion process. And finally, the posterior deltoid is going to originate on the spine of the scapula. To learn the insertion points of this muscle is actually very easy because they will all insert into the deltoid tuberosity on the humerus. And now I'm going to demonstrate different exercises for each head on the deltoid with a short and long lever, meaning that one of the exercises is going to be away from my body, for example, having my elbow extended versus having a short lever, which you will see with my elbow flexed. And then we're going to show you two different stretches that I found. One of them for the anterior deltoid, and the other one is a mix of the posterior and the middle deltoid at the same time. So let's move on to those. Okay, so we're going to begin with a long lever using our anterior deltoid muscles. And this would be a variation using a short lever. Notice how the arms are closer to my body in this exercise. Now moving on into the middle deltoids, I'm going to show you a bent lateral raise. That would be short lever, and then this one would be a long lever. Notice how my elbows are extended and my arms are away from my body. Then we're gonna have a bent over row, and that would be a short lever. And then this one would be a long lever, working on that posterior deltoid. And then finally, to stretch it out, this is a stretch for the anterior deltoid, which we'll see in the pectoralis major as well. And then this one is going to stretch our posterior and middle deltoid. That would be it. Now let's talk about the pectoralis major.